You won't believe what Mbavu Destroyer just did that has the entire internet in absolute panic mode right now. The man who captured Kenya's heart, the fighter who went from viral sensation to the boxing ring, is now caught in a devastating spiral that could end everything that he has built. Shocking club videos, a massive lawsuit against his own promoters, and Oga Obinna's warning that nobody saw coming. But here is the twist that will blow your mind. What we're watching might not be a breakdown. It could be something far more calculated and way more dangerous than we think. So stick around, because what I'm about to reveal about Mbavu Destroyer's next move is going to leave you speechless. Days after the fight, videos started surfacing online that have sent shockwaves through Mbavu's fanbase. We're talking about footage from a nightclub showing Mbavu the Destroyer in what can only be described as absolutely wild behavior. The video shows him surrounded by multiple women, all vying for his attention, touching him, dancing with him, creating scenes that had people jaws on the floor. But it gets worse. In some clips, Mbavu himself is dancing provocatively, moving in ways that had conservative fans clutching their pearls and asking, is this the same person we have been supporting? The attention he's getting is undeniable. Women are literally fighting for positions near him. The club atmosphere is chaotic, and Mbavu, he's soaking it all in, appearing to enjoy every second of the attention. Now, you might be thinking, so what? He's a young guy blowing off steam after a tough loss. What is the big deal? Here is the big deal. Mbavu had built his brand on a certain image. He was the hustler, the grinder, the guy who represented hard work, discipline, and relentless pursuit of success. Seeing him in these club videos, seemingly prioritizing partying and female attention over training, over rebuilding, over learning from his defeats, has created cognitive dissonance for his fans. The comment section of these videos, brutal. This is why you lost. Mbavu has lost focus. Fame has gotten to his head. He's throwing away everything that he has built. But here is where it gets really complicated, and this is something most people aren't talking about. Is Mbavu actually spiraling, or is this strategic? Think about it. Those club videos got millions of views. They have kept Mbavu in the conversation. They generated massive engagement, even through the sentiment that was largely negative. In the attention economy, visibility is currency, and Mbavu the Destroyer was getting more visibility from these controversial videos than he might have from humble training footage. But that is not all, because while people were still processing the club videos, Mbavu dropped a bombshell that changed his entire narrative. Just when you thought this situation couldn't get more dramatic, Mbavu Destroyer did something that has left everyone absolutely stunned. He announced he was suing the Vurugu Fight Night organizers, and he was going after Oga Obinna, and he was targeting Majembe himself. The allegations explosive. According to Mbavu the Destroyer's legal team, Majembe should have been disqualified during the fight for violations that the judges and referees allegedly ignored. He is claiming that the fight was compromised, that proper protocols were not followed, and that he was robbed of a victory that should have been his. The legal documents reportedly demand not just a rematch under proper conditions, but also compensation for reputational damage and loss of opportunities. Now, let us be crystal clear about what this particularly means. Mbavu is essentially burning bridges with the very people who gave him the platform to showcase his boxing skills in the first place. Oga Obinna, who had been a supporter and had connection throughout the entertainment industry, is now named in a lawsuit. The Vurugu Fight Night organizers, who could have been partners for future events, are now facing legal action. And Majembe, who won fair and square in the eyes of the judges, fans, and neutral observers, is being accused of benefiting from a corrupt system. The response from Oga Obinna was swift and absolutely devastating. In a public statement that had been viewed hundreds of thousands of times, Oga Obinna said something that cut to the core of what was happening with Mbavu. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "Many people have been giving Mbavu the wrong advice. The people around him are not serving his best interests. What you're seeing is the results of poor guidance and inability to accept defeat with grace." Boom, that statement right there exposed something very crucial. This is not just about Mbavu making bad decisions in isolation. This is about an entire ecosystem of people around him, possibly feeding his paranoia, encouraging the lawsuits, and pushing narratives that serve their interests rather than his long-term career. But here is the question that nobody is asking, and this is where things get really interesting. What if everything we have seen, the club videos, the lawsuit, the controversial behavior, what if it is all connected to one simple human emotion? Frustration over missing out on 1.7 million shillings and a Toyota Noah. Think about it from Mbavu's perspective for just a moment. You trained for months, you sacrifice, you put your reputation on the line, you step into a ring in front of thousands of people, and you come so close to a payday that would have changed your life, then it slips away. You walk out with 300,000 shillings, which is good money, but when you know that you are that close to nearly 2 million plus a vehicle, the psychological impact is enormous. That kind of financial disappointment, especially for someone who hustled their entire life, can create a mental state where rational decision making goes out the window. The club videos, maybe that is Mbavu trying to fill the void with validation, attention, and temporary pleasure. The lawsuits, maybe that is Mbavu's mind desperately trying to create a narrative where the loss wasn't his fault, where external forces conspired against him, where if only things had been fair, he would have won. Now here is the brutal reality that Mbavu Destroyer is facing right now. He is operating in two different professional worlds, and both are being threatened by his current action. In combat sports, your reputation is everything. Fighters who sue promoters, who make excuses for losses, who display lack of discipline in their personal lives, they get labeled. Promoters don't want to work with them. Other fighters don't want to share the card with them. Sponsors get nervous about association, and Mbavu's lawsuit, regardless of its legal merits, has created a perception problem. Future promoters looking at Mbavu are now asking, is this the guy worth the headache? Will he sue us if things don't go his way? Can we trust him to represent our brand professionally? Those are career-killing questions in the boxing world. Now, let us talk about the social media influencer career. Influencer success is built on authenticity and connection with your audience. Fans follow influencers because they feel like they know them, like they're getting the real, unfiltered version of a person. The club videos and the controversial behavior have created a disconnect. Fans who supported Mbavu because he represented hard work and perseverance are now questioning whether that was ever real. Brand partnerships, which are the lifeblood of influencer income, require someone who is publicly reasonable, who won't create PR nightmares, and who maintains a certain level of professionalism. So, where does Mavu Destroyer go from here? That is the million-shilling question, literally, and I need you to give us your answers on the comment section. So, what do you think? Is Mbavu making the biggest mistake of his career? Or is there a method to this madness that we are not seeing yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from Team Mbavu, from his critics, from boxing fans, from social media experts, and from everyone. If you found this analysis valuable, if you appreciate the deep dive we just took into the situation, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this video to more people who need to see it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we are going to be following this story as it develops, and trust me, there are more twists coming. hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a single update. And finally, share this video with anyone who has been following the Mbavu Destroyer situation, because this is a conversation that needs to happen. I'll see you in the next one, where we will continue exploring the biggest stories in the Kenyan entertainment, sports and social media. Until then, remember, success is temporary, legacy is forever, and how you handle your lowest moments determines whether you will ever reach the highest potential. Peace.